center, that's the vision, really, to have a center where there's a center of excellence and creativity, where we're not just teaching one thing, like it's not just about cooking, but it's all these things that we are talking about: mindset, following your dream, following your passion. That's where that's the vision.
That's brilliant. So you can share your knowledge as well and help other people who have and the passion to also realize their dreams, which is great. So at the moment, is it all from home? You have a restaurant, a place, like after the pandemic? How has the business progressed? Like, do you have staff as well, people who cook for you, and how big has the business grown?
It's crazy when you say about how the business has. I think that's where the training center comes in, because I feel like I'm doing too much. Obviously, at the beginning, it was manageable, where I could just do it on my own. But then, as I'm getting older as well, I realized that I can't stand in the kitchen as long as I used to.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, in terms of staff, mainly because of the nature of the business, we normally use agency staff. So it depends with the type of event. Some events, like I think the biggest one I've done so far is 400 guests, which is crazy. I look back, I was like, how did I do that? That was at even the beginning of when I had just started. A lady came to me, said she's doing a party and something, and she's having 400 guests. But strangely, I managed to cook that with just the help of 2 staff.
Wow.
But then, which is, I really challenged myself, because I think that I'm not, I just want to make sure that everything is perfect. I don't want to really rely on someone and say, oh, be able to do this, unless I've really trained them properly.
Yes.
So we that's where the training center comes in, because we want to get to that whereby I'm training my own chef and doing things my own way, because most of the recipes I create them myself. So it's not just because someone said, oh, I know how to make baked beans or I know how to do chicken stew, but it has to be done. It has to be done in this Ruth Super Kitchen way. So that's how I'm managing that. So it doesn't matter with the booking. I normally depend on agency staff, which are quite reliable in terms of serving. But cooking, I'm still getting there. I need to learn to, delegate and just train people so that I can have a team who can help me.
Absolutely, because you've got a brand to maintain and protect.
Yes.
The way that your food is cooked, and also just going back to, like you said, because the field and the industry you are in, which is food, this is a necessity for people. It's not like it's a luxury, So whatever happens in the world, pandemic or no pandemic, people still have to eat. It's great that given the challenge that happened, you are still able to pivot your business and offer takeaway. So that is another great example as well of looking at the situation you come across and looking at the opportunities that it presents, rather than just the downside of it as well. So that's great. So in terms of like in business, when you talk about leverage, which is basically, a number of things, including scalability of the business, and also making sure that you can balance it and have it as a system, not that is not just taking up your time, but it's also helping free your time. So you look at leveraging like technology and people and all kinds of things. Is there things that you've thought about? Obviously, you talk about the learning and teaching center, but is there stuff that you can offer online? It could be like courses that you can build online to teach people how to do certain things, and people can actually get to subscribe to those courses, and that could be another stream for you to teach, which is stuff that you build one time, or like an academy, but then it gets to pay you over and over again, because you can enroll people into it to learn and teach stuff. Is that something that you've looked into as a leveraging of your time?
Yeah, it's something that I've been thinking about, especially now. So it's we're still working on it, and hopefully sooner it's something that's going to start doing.
Yeah.
Because yeah, it's interesting you mentioned that because I had a chat with one of the mentors yesterday, and we're just talking about the same thing. Yes. So
Yeah, because it's something that you can because you can just take a camera whilst you're creating a certain dish and just take it through step by step, and you can show people the ingredients, the stuff that you're doing, and that can be your course there or your teaching already set there, and then you just put it up on a platform where people can subscribe, or you can build that as a course. So that's another great way to leverage your skills as well. Yeah. And so I just wanted to, at this stage, to put up, because you've got a website, yeah? What is it? Is it Ruth Super Kitchen?
there's much
Is
on
it
Instagram and Facebook.
on Facebook? Okay, let's see.
Oh, but yeah, Instagram business page. There's quite a lot than on the website because they're still working on it.
Yeah. Okay. So
We are
on
changing a few things. Yeah.
and what's on Instagram? Is it just Ruth
Ruth
Mbera?
Super Kitchen. No, Ruth Super Kitchen.
Ruth Super Kitchen. Okay, so let's have a quick look around just to give people a flavor of the stuff that you're doing. So let's see. Okay. So let's navigate some of your stuff. So yeah, you've got a number of stuff here. I see the article which appeared in the news in Malawi.
Wow, yeah.
So you do Mother's Day special, but wow, look at this food, yeah, So you do a lot of food with fresh vegetables and all kinds of things. Wow, that's amazing food, and it looks healthy food as well.
We are trying.
Fruit
We are
and
trying to eat healthy.
yeah, this is amazing. This is great food, and look at the presentation as well. It's amazing food. So yeah, wow. Yeah, the Ruth Super Kitchen. So that's great. I think we can share some of this for people as well. Ruth Super Kitchen, where they can find it on Instagram. So let's see. We can create a banner. Yeah. So that's your Instagram, Ruth Super Kitchen. So people can find you. But yeah, it's absolutely amazing food.
Thank
Which
you.
is great. Which is great. Okay. So let's see. But yeah, it's yeah, it's great food. So great inspiration, actually, Ruth, of
Wow.
you creating this amazing food and making a business out of it. And yeah, you're doing really well. So, like you say, your vision. So, where would you say you see yourself in, let's say, 5 years or 10 years time?
Ooh. Oh dear. Oh, that's so. Oh my goodness.
You must have imagined or visualized it.
In 10 years' time.
Hmm.
10 years' time, yeah.
Yeah,
Visualize.
yeah.
Um.
your center would be up and running there, you would have taken.
I'll be up and running, and I'll be doing less work, I think.
Yeah.
Because I would have trained a number of,
Yeah, in your brand, and probably created an online platform as well of your
created an online platform. Yeah. I mean, I would love to be able, even to be able to travel back to my home country, Malawi, and also teach the same, in a setting there. And
okay. And then how can people find you and your services if they are looking to either get your services or book for events or takeaways or something? How can people find you?
Yeah, on Instagram, Facebook, or we have a booking service on WhatsApp as well. I don't know if do you need to give the number?
No, I'm on WhatsApp and Instagram, Facebook. People
Instagram and Facebook,
can just look out for Ruth Mbera, and they can find you. Do you get to see that sometimes you're overwhelmed with too many bookings and you have to either put people off, or do you get to satisfy all bookings?
So far, I can say I've created a system which is working well for me, because I don't operate a takeaway service, which is like you're just going into McDonald's and all that. We have a pre-booked service.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So at least the system is that people should pre-book their food at least 48 hours. So that way we're able to know that, okay, this is the amount of orders we are having in a day. Mind you, because at the moment, because of the pandemic, we're just operating from home. There's only so much we can do. At the same time, following the government guidelines and then environmental health, we cannot have customers picking food at the same time, so they're given slots. So a pre-booked service really helps to plan, so we're able to tell customers, okay, these are the only slots available for this day, and that way it's also giving me time to be able, because we don't want to compromise on quality, we don't want to compromise on standards just because someone wants something there, and then there's a process that has to be followed. So because of that, I find that it's really working well, and it helps me not to be overwhelmed. Occasionally you get people who will be calling around midnight, is there food available? And there's always that temptation to think, okay, maybe, but now, there's a system, because I also need to recharge so that I'm able to serve my customers, in a better way. Because if I break down, then the business is also, gonna be affected.
Yeah, absolutely. And in terms of our coverage, where do you cover food-wise? Is it the whole of the UK or certain parts of the UK?
Actually, the whole of UK. With events, with Ruth Super Kitchen, we've done the whole of UK, and because we have covered, I'm based in Manchester, but covered weddings in Newport, Scotland, London. But with the takeaway service at the moment, because it's collection only. So it doesn't matter. Sometimes people can be just traveling from wherever they are passing through Manchester. They pre-book and say, we'll be driving past, we want to pick food. So even with collection, it's not limited as long as it's pre-booked. So coverage is all over UK.
All over the UK. Brilliant. Now, Ruth, it's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you, capturing your inspirational story. I'm sure a lot of people will resonate with your story as well, and the challenges and the successes within, and just the mentality of it as well. So thank you very much for sharing that. And do you have any last words you would encourage people, either aspiring chefs or young girls in Malawi, or people who are looking to follow their passion, either in cooking or something, how they can maybe connect with you or learn from you, or just general advice you can give for them to do?
Oh, okay. No, it's been a pleasure being here. I've enjoyed this. Thank you so much. So for those people who are aspiring to be chefs or just young entrepreneurs, feel free to connect with me. Also run a program which is called be fierce. It's something that I birthed because of my personal story. So it's really empowering because it teaches young girls that there's nothing that can stop you. And coming from a culture whereby, as I've shared before, that, there's a certain route that has to be followed. Even things like marriage, you have to finish your education, get married, have children. There's that pressure so much that sometimes people are ending in unwanted marriages, and girls are failing to follow their dreams because they have to settle down, or they have to. But people have to know that, you can follow your dreams, everything. Just follow your path. If you're not ready to do that, don't follow into pressure. But when they connect with me through that fierce program, if whether I'm happy, we can have one-to-one, have sessions where we do that, or we have programs throughout the year. They can connect and then just learn a lot from that. We have so many ladies who have their own different stories as well, and it's very, very encouraging because the feedback we've been receiving is so positive to know that, so this woman has been through this. I can also go through it and come up higher and come up rising. So we want to raise a generation of women, a generation of girls who are unstoppable, who should never stop dreaming, who should not be giving to societal pressures, but just stand firm and be fierce and follow their dreams. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's a noble cause, and if you can bring up and young girls and entrepreneurs into that success through your program, that would be an amazing feat, especially in this modern age of information and the knowledge sharing. There's so many platforms that you can impact people through. Things like your online programs here as well, and reach out to people wherever they are through technology. So that's an amazing feat. So thank you very much, Ruth. It's you've been amazing and shared inspirational stories. I'm sure we'll probably be following your journey and probably get you back on the podcast at some point, find out how things are progressing and how you're doing, and share a bit of the journey with our listeners as well. So thank you very much for today, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you so much, Alex. Enjoy the rest of your day too. Thank you.
Thanks, Ruth. Cheers.
Okay. Cheers. Bye.